guys from Kansas City Fashion Week. I have Vicki, who is the marketing director, and we have Lane, and she's a creative director, is that correct? Okay, perfect. So, girls, tell me a little bit, because last night I got to experience Kansas City Fashion Week. We just did the FGI Kansas City Fashion Panel and heard about the beauty. Tell me, really, to the people on the West Coast who are curious, what is going on in Kansas City? How is the fashion industry here? And, what growth have you seen?
Kansas City in general, over the last 5 to 10 years, has just expanded. We have revitalized our downtown area, and there's a lot more artistic influences. This hotel, actually, that's our sponsor, they actually have live artists that come and do their work in part of the hotel. And passerbyers can see it through a window, and so there's just lots of different things like that that are happening within the city. And Fashion Week started only a year ago, so it's actually our 3rd season, and with each show it's just grown leaps and bounds, so we're very excited.
That's exciting. Let me ask you, do you feel like a lot of people here in Kansas City maybe moved to other areas and got some career experience and then said, you know what, I want to be back home and I want to create what I love to do in my town and not be stuck on either LA or New York? Do you feel that's kind of a thing going on here?
I think definitely. I think even more so since Kansas City has grown in the last 5 years. I think people, you kind of grow up here and you hear about the coast are so much more exciting, more things to do, the landscape, everything. And so I think people do. They leave, they have their experiences, and then they realize the Midwest is a great place to be, that their people here are wonderful, and the city's wonderful, and yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's becoming a necessity to leave anymore. I think we can stay here, although California and New York and everything's a lot more fun and there's the beach. We don't have that. But as far as jobs and creativity, I don't think it's so necessary to leave anymore.
I think it's great. I'm obviously very biased. I do an independent fashion week as well in San Diego, and I built my career in San Diego because I didn't want to leave and live in New York or live in Los Angeles. I was kind of selfish. I wanted to stay home. So I love hearing it. And, this is my first time here, and I'm impressed. This hotel is spectacular. The talent that you saw on your runway last night was fantastic. And it seems like everybody is very trend savvy and a lot of fashion, whether it's hair, makeup, and their wardrobe. I'm very impressed. So I think Kansas City is pretty awesome. So why don't you just do a quick shout out for the website so people could find out more information if they wanted to attend or participate.
Okay, all of our information can be found at www.kcfashionweek.com.
We have the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Oh yeah, I've been tweeting with you all morning. I'm
Instagram.
hashtagging you guys. I got that covered.
Yeah.
Stalker, I'm the Regional Director of Fashion Group International, Kansas City. It's an elected position. I was elected into this position for 2012 and 2013. The panel discussion today was supposed to be the kickoff to Fashion Week, but we had some inclement weather on Wednesday, so we rescheduled it for Friday. I actually think that today is a better day because we had a really good turnout.
I'm excited. If you would have done it before, we would have missed it. So this worked out for us, for being selfish. We enjoyed it. And what's funny is you've been in San Diego and in my neighborhood, Mission Hills as well, and now you're back here. Tell me a little bit, especially in your position, what you think is going on in Kansas City, why now fashion is kind of booming, and the people you're seeing, and the great talent that obviously we've been introduced to over the last couple of days. What's your take on fashion in Kansas City right now?
Sure. Fashion in Kansas City has been around for a long time. I mean, we've got Tomboy Design Studio, who's celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year in the Crossroads. She's been in business, like I said, 10 years. She is a custom design shop. She does her own pattern making. She cuts the patterns there. She sews everything there. Everything is in-house. She's been here, like I said, 10 years. 18th Street is a little fashion district that we have that's been around for probably about the same amount of time, maybe 8 years or so. They do a fashion show every year, the West 18th Street Fashion Show. So fashion in Kansas City is not a new thing by any means. When I was in San Diego, I worked with a collective called Warehouse. We started a collective called Warehouse there. I moved back to Kansas City in 2004, 2005, and brought Warehouse here. So I've been doing fashion shows, charity fashion shows. It's not a new thing for Kansas City, but I think that as fashion gets more popular throughout the different age groups and it's more accessible, we even talked about that in the panel discussion day. Everyone, with Pinterest and all the things visually that we have on the internet, fashion is right there now.
Sure.
So I think that all of that kind of happened at the right time, and now Kansas City Fashion Week is in its second year. We've had other Kansas City Fashion Weeks before. I did the very first one in 2007 by myself and about died because
Oh, girl, I know how that is. Trust me, I know how that is.
But in 2007, I did a fashion week.
Okay.
2000, I think 8 and 9 maybe. Someone else tried it, but failed miserably. And now this group has done it, and they've done a good job. They've taken control. They're bringing other designers in. They're getting the exposure that Kansas City desperately needs, and it's a perfect. I think it's a perfect element to add into all of the other things that Kansas City has.
Absolutely. Well, I'm impressed. I think it's wonderful. You're doing a great job with the local FGI group here. I mean, I talked to some people and they love the activities and the panel events you're doing, and you have a wealth of talent. So thanks for giving us the tip about the art walk. We're definitely going to check that out tonight. Well, thank you so much for talking with us and hosting us. We're having a great time here. So thank you.
Enjoy Kansas City.
So far, so good. Yeah. Thank you.